If you look up the word youth in the Big East basketball dictionary, this is the picture you'll find beside it. 8 of these 12 scholarship players are underclassmen, and 6 of them have never played a minute in one of college basketball's toughest conferences.
We're going to find out a lot about ourselves. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to have some bumps in the road. This is a team we're going to have to be patient with. And, I think we're going to be able to play at a high level, but we're also going to possibly, have our
doing a very good job of running the point position.
Big Monday.
Big Monday? I thought you said Wig Monday.
Oh, Woolix. First up, 2 beasts in the East tip off when Albert Mooring leads the Huskies against Dante Jones. And
Joining us here in Trenton.
A running start. At 5-1, head coach Kevin Bannon seems to be pointing his team in the right direction. The Knights are in sync and playing with confidence.
The real key here is whether or not the backcourt of Rutgers can handle the traps of Florida. I think they can when you talk about Billett and you talk about Dante Jones. 2 outstanding, underrated guards.
I have made it 31-23 Flying Dutchman, but he wasn't that great with the pass. There it was intercepted, up ahead to Dante Jones, who slams it home off the Hofstra.
Behind Ryan Blackwell. A little bit of weave in the high post. Long shot knocked down by Greer, a 3-pointer. And we are to
tip it off. He is our right comes outside. Jones inside. Kent, there he is down the lane.
Well, that's the interesting matchup we just alluded to. Rashad
Jones, Greer, and Billett all playing at the arc, and it's Greer with the first shot.
Here's Jeff Greer. They go to Kent inside. Murphy's there, and he scores. Rashad Kent.
Having trouble getting that outside jumper off, so Jones penetrates and hits.
Well, that complements the...
Rutgers close out January with their 3rd win in their last 4 games.
Said, look, you get it inside, you look for that offense.
He sets the screen, and Billett buries the 3.
Good aggressive play. Mario Bland. Too hard on the putback try, and Greer leaves the break at 3-on-2. Jeff Greer, pull-up shot, and hits.
That's where Greer is best, on transition. He needs to get going.
The Rutgers Athletic Center taking on the Scarlet Knights. Billett got a step and found Dabney. He got within his range for the first points of the night. Eugene.
In this game, we're looking for Dante Jones. There he is, Dante. A little extra. Then Todd Billett, the freshman sensation, coming up top of the key. He will pop down for 2. And we're waiting for what we call a hero shot, but you can't find him with all the bodies. We're looking, and there he is, number 22.
29% in the first half. Never could get back in the game. Here's Billett firing. And the freshman, very confident, launches and hits a 3.
The right side Greer. Billett in front of Mills. Good look inside to Dabney. Nice job.
This is, in my estimation, the best place to play in the Big East. I mean, the crowds are just fantastic. I mean, we're a young team and a young program, and they're crazy now. I mean, just wait, for the future. But I mean, they're just unbelievable. It's loud. They understand the game. They're on top of things. They know when we need a little push. A couple defensive stops, whatever. It's to me, it's the absolute best home environment in the Big East.
One of his pals, and they're a little disappointed. The hairdo,
that's right.
They changed it.
It's a change.
Case of mistaken identity.
On the shot clock. Flores goes baseline, puts up a jumper, and there it is. Finally, the drought ends. Luis Flores.
And Piscataway talent and especially energy drive the Scarlet Knights. Tonight at the sold-out rack, they hope to beat the Huskies for the first time since joining the Big East.
3-pointer by Greer is good.
Dante Jones knocks down a 3.
Well, right now we're starting 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a junior. So I think to have NCAA expectations is a little bit unfair. To have NCAA hopes, of course we do. We think that if we're a team that can get better as the year goes on, the talent's there. We just lack a little bit.
Wicks attacking, loses. Billett gets it up court. Jones, no look to Greer, draws the foul, and the score.
Oh, nice unselfish play right there.
Next year. Now the middle of that pack is 3rd-year head coach Kevin Bannon with a 38-29 record.
Dante Jones, he's really been shooting the ball well from outside, but I really think one of the intangible guys for this team is Jeff Greer. When Jeff Greer is playing well, it always seems that Rutgers in the game and has a chance.
The combination of Billett, you're going to love Billett. Once you start seeing him getting the flow in the game, his brother played last year, Jeff Billett, but this kid here may be better than his...
First for Rutgers. At forward, a 6'5" junior from the Bronx, New York, number 25, Jeff Greer. That's a little bit short. It was Jones on the first miss, and a good putback down low from Greer.
Here comes Greer.
Not the kind of start you were looking for if you were Tim Welsh. You've got to step to the basket.
Side. Good tip in by the West Virginia native.
They bounced back a little bit, at least early on.
Billett gets a roll. A roll for Todd Billett, the freshman from Middletown, New Jersey, one that did stay home for Rutgers.
Gets it off in time, and it grazed the rim. Rashad Kent, the offensive rebound, the basket, and the foul.
Well, in the Garden State, it's known for grazing, but the bulk, the off.
From Fairmount, West Virginia, number 44, Rashad Kent.
Dabney has Billett open on the left wing. The pull-up over Braswell.
Well, he has had a terrific
Up by Bell. Shot clock at 10. Salvi down low. Dabney. Good position inside. That is Rutgers trying.
All in the second half. Nice. Hensley for Tyler. Knocked down from behind. Dabney, good defense.
The way he runs their offense, that time, great recognition.
Hit the nice speed. And a foul for Jeff Greer.
Speaking of great rec.
On the left, Jones. Reversal to Greer. Wide open three.
Very senior from Lithuania, number 50, Alvydas Tenys.
Down low to Kent, working against Malik Allen. A dish to Dabney, and Rutgers comes down and extends the lead to 5-2.
That Salvi now into the paint, then back out to Billett. Billett goes in, throws it off the glass, and it's in and good, and he's looking for a foul as well.
A little kissing.
Jeff is now an assistant coach. Here's Jones, a little short. The putback goes. In the right spot at the right time was Luis Flores.
Number 31, Dante Jones.
They gave it to, and tonight is a special night for many reasons here at Piscataway. It's senior night, and one of the most popular players to wear a Scarlet Knight uniform in many a year, Joel Salvi. You can see the fans that he's got. He is one of those honored on senior night tonight here at Rutgers. Welcome to Big Money.
It's a 6'1" freshman from Middletown, New Jersey, number 22, Todd Billett.
Valvano, glad you could spend part of your Saturday with us. Salvi ties it.
Well, the guys who are getting the unusual start. Dante Jones, the one looking for the shots thus far, but an 11-0 run comes to an end as Todd Billett hits a three.
There's that look away, and Greer takes the contact, still able.
And at guard, a 6'5" sophomore from Hamilton Square, New Jersey, number 31, Dante Jones.
There's Todd Billett, highly recruited point guard, and Greer nets an 18-footer to put Rutgers on the board.
Well, Jeff Greer just seems to always quiet
Right now. Jeff Greer's long jumper is good for three.
And we touched on it correctly, and yeah, sure enough.
Wow, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Get those glasses off. Get that out of there. Get that. Look at it here, though.
Up last night with Hofstra's Craig Speedy Claxton, who had an outstanding game. Billett from three. It's good, and the foul. Foul called underneath. The basket counts.
Starbucks. Joel Salvi. He is absolute caffeine. He comes in the game and provides immediate enthusiasm, and the student body here at Rutgers has reacted to the, I was going to say.
He's got some great talents. Dante Jones lines up a three ball. He's got it. Oh, you can't lose Dante Jones wide open.
Output from Saturday's game against Georgetown. Beerbaum didn't know what he wanted to do and threw it away. Here's Salvi in transition. And Kevin Bannon was telling us, Rob, before the game, when feeds the post to Salvi, who juggles. Perry steps in and nearly created the held ball. Instead, it's Greer with his first three of the afternoon.
To have no reason for somebody to be able to say, well, hey, look, you're not giving 110%, so why should I?
For that young man, Jeff Billett and the Rutgers program in the Big East, now an assistant at Monmouth. What a player he was. And
I'm here at the rack, first half, and let's revisit one of the great. At 10 as Dabney faces up, kick it to Billett. Wide open three. He's got it.
The reason that's so successful right there, Dabney got the ball. Well, Marcus Gorey with the three, but there's the answer by Dante Jones. if West Virginia is going to extend.
Kind of start tonight. They squeeze Shabazz. The double team, he gets it out to Mills. Mills skips it, tried to skip it across. Second straight turnover. On the run, it's Jones drawing the foul. Count the basket. Wow.
He is one of the more exciting talents in the underclass in the big.
Showed that outside shooting throughout this summer. Had a big summer in the JSBL.
There's Jeff Greer showing his outside shooting. It's
Just about anything they want. Billett back-to-back triples.
Greer feeding the post and Kent. Good look for Dabney in the open lane.
You see right there, the ball went into Kent's hands.
You can see why he's shooting a good percentage from there.
Here comes Jones down the lane, crashing in and scoring his first basket.
Well, Kevin Bennett.
Cross court to Billett for three. Count it. See, I think you have to play your own.
And right off the tip, Rutgers takes it in. Jeff Greer lays it in. And the Scarlet Knight.
Saw Miller come in behind him. Miller not able to finish, though. And here comes the Scarlet Knight break. 3-on-2. And the pull-up goes for Jeff Greer.
Jeff Greer can shoot the ball out of Cardinal Hayes High School.
There. Billett picks it up for Rutgers. Stops for three. Pops and hits it. A big, big basket for the Scarlet Knights. Todd Billett with his.
Paul Hewitt very conscious of that, wanting to put the pressure on and keep it on.
Dante Scruggs turnaround won't go. Boomshay had the rebound. Now he and Kent hit the deck and the crowd responds. Salvi running the floor and drops it in.
How about the look and the body control by Joel Salvi? A lot of guys.
Night comes tonight. Greer shot, looking for point number 6 and 7 on the night, and there is right. And a putback inside.
Kent is now out of the game with 2 fouls early. That was their biggest concern coming in, Rashad Kent getting in foul today.
Billett comes around the screen, takes the handoff, and fires.
I mean, just to help my team, help the newcomers, just to get more adjusted and just guide them a little bit like Rob Hodgson and Jeff Billett did last year for me.
For Ryder. You got to find Wilson in transition. He can fire.
Dante Jones, you can see the change on the arc, different stroke. Very good-looking shot by
Back at him, and now it's Greer. Dante Jones got the three. Make that a 2-point jumper.
Nearly stolen. Tanise has it, but you don't want it handled. Greer lays it up and in, and they beat the press. Yeah, they got a break.
Danny Hurley working at sideline, former player.
Back out. Thompson underneath for Kent.
The big fella from Fairmont, West Virginia, has some moves in there.
Players in New Jersey. Hervé Lamazana will wear scarlet. The senior at St. Patrick's in Elizabeth is headed to Rutgers next year. Some have him in the top 30 of all recruits.
Dave, notice how far out they are able to cover on the perimeter, and that's the reason that there are gaps to the basket. Salvi had a chance to get to the hole.
Rip on one side turns into this. Dante Jones working against Dante Wade. Excellent protection of the basketball, and more importantly, use of the left.
Comes off. Bang. It dies because of the back.
Jeff Greer, wide open Dante Jones. 500 jump shots a day has transformed him into a real good.
Too much heat.
Greer inside, jump stop, and it'll drop.
He deserves a little bounce, that Cardinal Hayes youngster.
It's in the way of their offensive flow sometimes. But Burton very, very solid. Bernardo Brown checking in for
Rutgers, giving Billett a rest. Right side, Salvi down low to Ken, who got great position on Agby for the finish. That's why he shoots 63%.
Baseline. Let's get the roll to Gilholt. Tipping try from Whitley, not there. Greer is running. Jeff Greer, another pull-up shot off the board man. You can see not only has he knocked down his first 2 shots, that they have come in a sweet spot of his game.
Rutgers has been dry for the last 3 minutes. It is Kent backing in on Mango.
Up top, Billett. Ball fake, fires over Rogers. So Billett hits his left.
Gallen doubled up. They knocked the ball away. Billett picks it up. Salvi knocked it away. Lead to Salvi from Billett down to the other end. And Rutgers again takes a 2-point lead on the drive to the basket by Joel Salvi.
Boy, when the Knights run.
Look at the 3 New Jerseys right there. He finds Salvi. Great find by Greer. Find him.
It is, but this is what Todd Billett does well. You know, he gets a little bit of room and he can fill it up, and he's a guy that really they have to call on right now to do some scoring.
Brother Jeff left off to Dante Jones to Rashad Kent. Hello. Kent tied his career high with 20 points tonight. Then Kent.
Tanise left open from 17.
Oh, he's got the sash
off. And they presented him with a...
Now Jones. Just off the lane, he buries that one. Here's another guy whose confidence in...
If they can get a win here, perhaps needing one more against Miami tomorrow. But the quality of their schedule, something we'll get into as the night goes on, will certainly help their cause.
Virginia knows how to use his body.
It's a great bounce pass, though, by Salvi. He keeps that if you're young. If he can match that with some outside shooting ability, he can...
Denise, senior from Lithuania, got it down low for the layup. Rashad Kent beats Spencer Gloser.
Archbold off the front of the rim. Billett chasing down the lead pass. Dante Jones.
Rutgers got a break that time. Siena feeling very confident.
Into Shabazz, the double team, and he throws it away. Turnover number 4. The number's not there, but Billett pushes anyway, scoops and scores.
Well, not going to blow you away with amazing speed, but a very smart point guard.
The floor, they've done it with a purpose. Billett with a nice rotation, stepping right into his shot.
And that's why we have a close game right now.
Shot clock at 10. Backdoor cut to Greer, who leaves for Kent.
That's good coaching. When you come out of a timeout, they spread the floor that time, intentionally looking to get a backdoor play. When a team
on the clock. Kevin Bannon with some questions. And it wasn't the right answer either.
They get another 35-second clock. Here's a steal by Billett. He's ahead of the pack. Buchanan closing, and Billett gets it down.
Billett heard those footsteps. It looked like Buchanan was going to nail it on the square.
Mike Thompson is... Salvi a pair at the line.
Flash to the goal.
Here is Salvi. They've got numbers. Jones spots outside for a 2, and it is good. Jones gets his second field.
Other side, though, we talked about Kent's ability to find people inside. Great interior pass.
In and out by Salvi. Second tip goes Rashad Kent.
Rashad Kent, there's the big guy on.
Too hard on the jump shot, pulled down by Rutgers, and Billett will run. 3-on-1 if he hustles with Salvi and Greer. Todd Billett hits the freshman.
The sophomore. Look at this move coming up. Cutting in here. A hot knife through butter. Oh, that's nice. 77-60.
Rashad Kent leads this Rutgers team in steals, and primarily because he's got quick feet for a big man. Gets in good position. Look at him fight off Troy Murphy.
All right, here's the senior Tennis.
Makes jumpers the other night against St. John's.
Billett again.
There you go. Get him free. He's got to keep active without the basketball. And Kent, nice handle and cut to set this up. Good ball fake.
Ball fake, and he got it.
How about that? Not afraid to make a play. I mean, that's...
And Rutgers looking to take the lead or tie without that. It would be a tie, and it is.
Unbelievable. Little ball fake. Well, Kevin's cop.
Salvi, tough shot, back iron not there. But gets his own rebound. Aggressive play by Joel Salvi. 1-3, Todd Billett.
Offensive rebounds. Joel Salvi is nothing but hard work.
A lot of
Jones goes down low, knocked loose, then picked up inside with a jam by Tapney. Good look.
Of newcomers and veterans.
Yeah, there's no question. We needed to address some things within the program. I think we're a bit bigger, definitely deeper, and I love our team speed. So even though our team is young, I certainly think that we've improved ourselves in just about every way.
8 of the 12 scholarship players are freshmen or sophomores.
Yeah, and that's, not something that we're going to use as an excuse. We're really...
By Greer over to Dante Jones. Finds Kent. Oh, baby!
Well, that's when you shed a few pounds. He's a little quicker. And once he gets to the rim, he knows how to finish it. If anybody wants...
He was a big-time scorer in high school. Was electrifying with the rock in his hand. Nice pass.
No look for the reverse by Kent.
I'll tell you, Billett again. Nice little solid two-man play. Great read, great vision. Billett so highly acclaimed by the people.
Just one man defensively, an air ball. Maxey has it blocked and out of bounds by Jones. It is all Rutgers in the early going.
Well, they're playing basketball on both.
The understanding of when to fake, when to control, and a little freeze play.
Doesn't accomplish as a shooter, but he is as a rebounder. And you notice the guy that started the play, Billett, gets to the open spot.
When I was a kid, the Big 5 games, that was it, man. That was college basketball. Nothing better.
Now a hard drive to the basket by Dante Jones as he gets...
Dabney, nice feed to Kent.
And not the coverage, boring delayed outside. You must sprint it.
Up high to Tenise, little high-low action. Kent holding the defender off, but maybe a touch with the right arm, holding him off and extending a little bit. The freshman, and his coach describes as more of a true point guard than his brother was, and frees Jones for a bucket. Bench to get him back in the ball game. Billett with room, shoots over the top and hits. Another 3-ball for Todd Billett.
This is Brown. Right side Greer, down low Kent. When he gets it in close, he's a bit too strong for Agbai to handle.
Yeah, and he's very good with both hands. Yeah. Got to catch and be ready. Don't be surprised by it. You should have gone right up. Tough man again. Oh, nice backdoor.
Great backdoor cut. Dabney to Jones.
As many as 16 points. Billett draws the foul and gets the basket. The foul goes on Knight. Billett gets his second field goal. And
Still 17 to shoot. And Tenise finally breaks a 7 field goal attempt drought.
Greer against Wilkins. Try to rub him off on the screen, and now Tenise doesn't miss much, and he's got a chance for the three-point play.
Alvidas Tenise right there saying, hey, don't be talking about all this.
Sienna playing with a chip on their shoulder, sending everybody to the offensive board. Sets up.
Absolutely. Coat of paint last year, a couple of coats of paint, and it's red everywhere. Here come the Knights with the turnover. Jones. Nice finish by Dante Jones. Gives the fans a little something.
The I Center, Rutgers and Georgetown, the first of 2 regular season meetings this year.
Now we go back to November 22nd against Charleston Southern at the rack. Big game for Kent, 20 points.
Well, that's the kind of game that we'd like to see Rashad dominate. You know, he looks great. I mean,
Salvi the rebound to the Billett miss. The nice find inside. Flores.
Well, we told you Joel Salvi comes in and injects energy.
Outside the 3. He took 12 threes against Pittsburgh. Jones, nice jump along the baseline, knocks it in, plus the foul.
While you're sitting on the sideline, if you're Kevin Bannon, you've...
Jones loves to drive Salvi from just beyond the foul line, and he is 2 of 2. So
to clear out right here, and take a look at the athletic ability by Kent right there to take it along the baseline and finish with authority. No question that he's the man in charge when he gets it inside.
Mike Thompson, who did not play last night, entered the game early here tonight. A transfer from BYU.
With him, how quick is he going to be? And so far, so good. A lot of bumping there. Oh, they get it the other way. Player control foul. That could have gone.
Greer's body and misses the shot. Great idea, didn't quite make it happen. Now Jones and Greer run the break the other way. Jeff Greer.
Good 2-on-1, Dave. Back and forth, and Greer, as we mentioned.
How about this? Dante Jones, who does possess a little aggression. Nice little kiss at the end, but this is how you get it. Nice seal off. Good.
Bannon keeps looking for an answer. Salvi's usually the answer with his energy. 5 games.
Move from the big man on the screen. Instead of rolling, he just popped and then puts the ball to the floor. Able to finish with a little contact as well. Showing you he's got some.
They played man. They played some full court pressure. Long 3 for Billett, and finally the run ends as Billett.
Salvi off the mark, and Hart leads the rush to Brown. Strong
commitment to go with one they've signed, both from Baltimore, Maryland.
And Jeff Billett, who can really light it up, asked Notre Dame. He hit for 8 3-pointers in a rout of Notre Dame.
Assistant coach at Monmouth College. Great stride. That little reminisce that we had.
We were tie him the ball.
Bell 1 for 4 from the floor. This is Brown with the runner as he blows by Walls.
Nice penetration. You'll look for your backcourt people to try
to the goal. Alvidas Tenise called for the foul, his second.
York, and in the words of Kevin Bannon, a fearless player.
Thinks offense. Yeah. I mean, he's coming in to ring the bell.
35 points per game last year to lead all New York City high schoolers. We've got a break.
The miss. Maxey, an outstanding offensive rebound.
The bounce pass beautiful to the high post man, and then Jones with that backdoor cut.
Reports in situations like this talk about a guy like this getting the ball underneath. Much better off to foul him than let him dunk.
That's by Billett. Look at a nice little drop bounce pass, nothing flashy, and then Mr. Kent with the reverse layup.
I like where
he gets a nice high post screen, comes inside, hesitates a little bit, kisses it off the glass and knocks it down and gets fouled.
Win on the road. They hadn't played a road game all year, but they went out this week, won at West Virginia, and then at South Carolina in overtime.
Flores in tight quarters there. Good defense by Seton Hall. 5 on the shot clock for Greer. The junior from the Bronx, Cardinal Hayes High School, has a couple of field goals.
Is doing a terrific job.
Todd Billett seems to be getting more comfortable.
There's no question. I mean, he doesn't look like a freshman out there.
Good rotation right there by Dante Jones.
Check this out, Rob. 40 or more 12 times, 50 points twice.
Yeah, you start tagging 50s, you're a scorer.
Trying for the second, and he got it. So a 16-11 game.
Billett, the freshman. Jones had to go by his man. Now he pulls up and shoots it. Knocks it down.
Out to Stanford. She got a scholarship. Should be there next year. Great basketball player.
Get around Bonner. Tough angle. Boy, he is agile for that body.
Yeah, Rashawn, Mr. Kent, really playing.
Has difficulty getting through and over.
Billett from 3, his second 3-point field goal tonight.
Nice quick release.
On the dunk. We may be seeing that one at 11 o'clock tonight.
Billett lines up the 3, and the freshman Todd Billett got
It's opened the game on a 7-0 run. They lead it 9-4 right now.
Freshman out there, we have so much confidence in him, and he scores if he needs to, but he gets the ball distributed as well.
I like the way that Dante Jones challenged there.
Yeah, he looks great, his body looks great, and I just think he's playing with great confidence.
How about Mike Thompson, Coach?
Well, he's one of our newcomers that we're real high on. He can score around the basket, step out, hit threes.
A 20
too, as you well know, for visitors. There's Leonardo Brown making the first foul shot.
Puts the ball around. 5 on the shot clock right now, so Philip doesn't have many choices. Puts it up. Oh, man, that's a killer. He was checking behind him, looking at the clock over his shoulder. He's got 11 for
Billett. And Salvi comes out of there with it. Now it's numbers. Kent off to Dante, and a lot of the...
Wants to go to Boomshay. Boomshay pass deflected by Kent, who then catches the return pass at the other end and nearly tipped in his own miss. Finally, it's Thompson with the tip, and Esherick calls time.
Well, Craig Esherick unhappy as Thompson gets his opportunity to tip one in.
Kevin Bannon doesn't like it at all. Timeout, 11:02 to go in the first half, and irate Kevin Bannon. But his club leads.
Game. Tennis. Kicks out. Salvi on the move. Spin shot. Joe Salvi. Salvi did not panic. Good under control shot. A little spin move, and he has the athleticism to ride.
Ill-advised pass by Holloway. Billett has no one with him.
Little classic point guard play on the Rutgers.
And I love fundamentals, Bob. When that pass goes down, it's awfully tough to steal. Great job by Rutgers that time.
Anytime.
Villanova very much in the recruiting race for Billett. Coming out of Christian Brothers Academy in Lincroft, New Jersey, and he shows it right.
I probably should have brought that one back out. Greer now as Rutgers wants to run a bit. Flores for a 3 and buries it.
Kevin said today he'll give you some offense. He goes in there. Brown brings defense to the floor. Flores, an offensive.
Greer gets it to Billett. Here's Billett. He'll shoot a 3 on the run and drill it home. Todd has lifted this offense by himself right now. He has 9 of the 15 points.
And you really got shattered a little bit. And when you lose that confidence level, you lose the swagger.
Jones left alone on the wing. Hits the 3.
And that's the recovery. Twice now. Once at the rim.
Billett will try another 3 and hits that one. He hit 8 in that 31-point game that he had.
I think Kevin Bannon's trying to avoid foul trouble and kind of regroup a little bit. He's got Greer and he's got Billett out there.
Enabled the Scarlet Knights to jump out. They won this game 77-63 to go to 2-0. And then it was on.
Rhythm. Kent not able to put it in. Follows. And Thompson, of course, getting back.
A desperation 3, and Kevin Bannon is absolutely upset, and he is perilously close.
I don't think that ball was touched, Bobby. I think he went up and kicked.
4-3. Salvi's not pretty, but boy, he'll work for it.
Billett, they got to find Billett. He's killing them. 4 threes already. This after Shumpert buried him for...
Billett trying to be that spark. Oh, low shot. Kent with the big crash.
That'll liven the place up. With 265 pounds of follow-up.
Offense, this feed inside to Flores. One of the reasons our
RU's up on trap.
Baz back in the lineup. Nice feed inside from Luis Flores to Dabney.
Beautiful penetration. Four guys who pretty much have their feet in the paint. Jeff Greer nails it from downtown.
Back it out by Crenshaw. Flores, open lane to the hoop. Wow.
The open lane became because of the...
Comes into the lane, pushes it up, no good. Tip try, no good. Another tip try by Salvi is good. Joel Salvi.
Which we believe because we had a very hard time finding scoring plays from his playing career, although in fairness, over 1,100 points, and like any good coach to be, he took mostly good shots, shot over 50%.
Partner was Bobby Lloyd. Bobby Lloyd now headed to Jimmy V.
Billups to quiet that.
Well, he'll quiet in a hurry. He hits the threes at 38%.
Nice is in the game, number 50 for Rutgers. He was a senior from Lithuania who's been bothered by some injury troubles. Seeing time now and taking it right to the basket. He'll lay it in off the board for Tinas.
First half in the opener for both of these ball clubs. And right now the Rutgers size, that Big East size, strength, and defensive ability is really doing a number on Ryder.
Well, they've done a great job in their half-court man-to-man defense. Quickness as well, getting out and taking...
By the game at Piscataway this year, wanted one more shot at them. Largest lead of the night. Bill tries to beat the buzzer and does. Todd Billett.
Hoop and Quill Classic in St. Charles, Missouri. You lose the first game to Murray State. You win the next over Mississippi State. This is the game against Nebraska.
Yeah, it was a good tournament for us. Excellent competition. We didn't get it done the first night with Murray State. I should say first morning, 9 a.m. start with Murray State.
That's early.
But we
Kent could do something with the big body. Look at the double by the big guy. Nice space out by Thompson, huh?
Yep.
Wow. Nice play by Kent, too. Didn't panic with...
Jones on the feed from Kent.
Nice movement that time by the Scarlet Knights.
A sophomore from Fairmont, West Virginia. Averaged about 9 points a game last year, so he's upped that a little bit this year.
As you said, he's by Jones.
Kent to follow.
Wow. 6'5" and packing a lot of lead getting up there.
Really extending the defense out, really trying to deny the three-point shot. Now going hard to the basket is Flores, a freshman from New York City. A 4-point-a-game scorer, and he takes it through and gets fouled.
Well, Bernardo Brown, a little hesitation move, and they'll reset. Jones says, forgetting reset. Let's go right for the three. Well, both threes by Dante Jones. Miami fell asleep. They let him drift around. He had time to catch the...
Not a lot of size again. It's all quickness, anticipation. Dabney underneath.
Wow. On the money. Bernardo Brown, and that gives Billett a chance.
The Fighting Irish looking for their first ever Big East tournament win.
over Nebraska. I mean, I thought the team played at a very high level.
Here's Kent on the fast break. And Greer had a marvelous game with 23 points.
Yeah, Jeff Greer struggled in the first game, and then I had two very good games after that. Jeff was all over the place, finishing, hitting deep threes.
His hairstyle more of a throwback to when we were young, huh?
Yeah, he's got the high socks. He's got everything going retro.
Old school look.
Greer got the game's first three-pointer. Tinas in the lineup goes underneath to Kent, and he'll go to the line. The foul is on Bowman. Kent using that wide body inside.
Go 9 minutes with no turnovers, then you go 2 straight possessions with turnovers.
Now Kevin Bannock's team is turning up the defensive pressure here now. You can see it. And they are going to make another change. Getting Mike Thompson, the sophomore from New Zealand, into the game.
This is here. Rutgers all-time leader in touchdown passes back in the early to mid-90s and starting quarterback for the New York Jets. And there are the millionaires on the left. John Carpenter, a Rutgers grad and a former member of the marching band here. He won the $1 million, and as he's pointing out, White Debbie is a UConn grad, so forget the $1 million. Now you're talking serious.
He wanted Jill Spence.
Don't you think Kansas and playing at Xavier? I think it definitely helps him. I mean, Princeton's kind of one of these schools, obviously.
But out of transition, and he has any kind of room at all. He'll stop, and he reads it real well. He's capable of just pulling it up and just drilling and knocking down the open jump shot. But what the NBA game has turned into. Really evident in our first game tonight. Carolina and Indiana. There's Kent, 7. Make it 9 now for Rashad Kent to lead Rutgers.
But right here, the ability to draw, and look at the space. They lift. A nice deployment by Kevin Bannon here. And a nice little nylons.
6'9", listed at 310, down to 286. Checks in for Rutgers. So we've seen two players for the Scarlet Knights, Thompson and
Rutgers, and we've already made a big point. Here's Villanova had white jerseys back.
Not panicking by any means, despite the
very active.
He's been a presence.
Salvi starts to drive and uses the glass.
Kent dribbles inside, reverses, misses. Tanish with a follow, bending good.
Nice job to keep moving his feet and find the ball.
Caucanis puts Seton Hall back on top. 14-12. Jones got close. Beat Caucanis defensively.
Dante Jones, so good pull-up jump shot. It recognizes he has some guys down the floor, but notice how soft it is. Long-range shot.
Getting some more playing time for Miami. So Jennings will take a seat. Dangerous pass by Coelho. Look at that. Greer, a pickoff and a finish. Jeff Greer.
How quick was that? He barely got a fingertip on the ball and then absolutely beat the Hurricane to the basketball and finished strong.
Feeling good, off the dribble again, gives himself a tiny bit of space.
Of the evening, he's got 8 of BC's 14 points. Down low, Jones spins and finally scores. So Dante Jones was over.
Much like Renardo getting in here. Look at this little slip and the finish. And that's good, solid basketball as Dabney.
Speaking of Salvi, picks up the loose ball and uses the glass.
No, I just think, Jeff's aware that if he doesn't play at a high level, particularly early in the year, we're not going to be very good, and I think he knows that, and he puts a lot of burden on his own shoulders.
Good outfit.
Jones picked up the defensive pressure all the way to the hole, lays it in. He just abused Mike Wilson.
He's so strong out in the open floor. He's basically
Salvi the follow, and a rebound for Phillips. And look at the quick hands of Dante Jones. Cashing in on his own steal.
He just loves that 2-foot jump.
You were looking in my bag. I keep a couple of those photos.
You came into the NBA, I believe, when that style of hair was all the rage.
Billy Donovan's crew, they won 22 last year. From deep in the corner, as Dillard under control, squares his body.
Still smoking down there. He was drawing with
leads the team in minutes played, 34.5 a game. He's gone the distance a couple times. They're going to wear him out before the Big East season really gets going.
And that
no call.
Oh, look at Kent. Well, Rashad Kent said, all right, we need to have somebody bored here, and I'll be the...
Get it into Carroll. Matt goes hard. Offensive foul. Greer stood in, took the charge. So the Irish got to regroup.
Roll. See that? Yeah. I thought he had it. That's his shot there. He's making it.
You're right. That's what Kevin Van has told us today. So don't be...
Out of bounds off his own shin. Instead finds Billett, beats Braswell off the dribble for the pull-up.
Wants him to look at it a bit from the bench. Look for him to come in soon.
Jones ahead of everybody. Oh, my. Talk about some ups.
Can really get up. He's at...
Correct. Well, Jeff Greer, I mentioned, just barely got a fingertip on that. And then Hurt just got left in the dust. Not only did he track it down, but he takes off. And he can see he had his back to the ball. You call it, Dave. It was a great job. But then who ends up with it? Jeff Greer. And credit Dante Jones for quick back and forth. Well, you see a good example of a young man knowing how to
play inside. Look at his strength inside, upper body strength on the jump stop. Head and shoulders pass.
They went 12 minutes without a turnover.
Taking great care of the ball. We said it was important, but Billett continues to be hot for Rutgers.
great rotation on that shot.
There's the parents. They've had a lot of runs. What, 8 years they'll have watching their boys. Jeff is now.
Looks to Dabney, who's very quiet. Got a couple of early fouls. Jeff Greer's three, and it's good. Jeff is the first of the Greers.
Using 25, 30 seconds every time down. Now here's a quicker trip and a better look for Billett.
And Billett with a little wolf too.
Looks like he's going to shoot. Draws the defense. Kent with the good up fake. The basket, a chance for a three-point play.
At the half, 39-31, and came away with a very solid victory over Nebraska.
Well, I love the way we came out in the second half. When we were only up 8 at the half, we felt we played better than that, and it was great.
He forces the turnover and then finishes it. A great stride right there, and just two.
To go with their game. They've opened this up now to a 9-point margin. Billett, another three. I tell you, Billett saying, hey, I can match these guards. Guard for guard, baby.
6.
That tells you they haven't been able to finish when they get inside.
Right.
As we showed you that points in the paint graph.
Good pull up. Salvi. personified. Not that he plays to the house, but the house.
Jeff Greer has had. Ron will penetrate. Good dish for Kent. A pump fake and a basket for him. That's how you shoot.
Having to go deep in this bench.
I think Eugene was out last year with an ACL injury. 2 years ago, he was
Best places to play. Here comes Jones down the lane and jams it on.
Rutgers has a little of the proverbial momentum on their side right.
Flores is really boxed in inside. And now Jones stepping out for three. Got it.
Good looking stroke, something that Kevin Bannon worked on with him throughout.
Rutgers coming off a disheartening loss at Pitt. There's Salvi inside.
And a nice pass by Billett.
Salvi down underneath.
On as we approach the 5-minute mark. On the right, it's Greer. Finds Kent inside.
A game with a lot of emotion and fit right into the tempo, and Brown struggled. 8 minutes left first quarter. Greer off a screen. Jeff Greer has
hair on after that layup was missed.
They worked so hard to get him.
Rashad Kent had to give it up. Dabney's right there.
On the way down.
And that's about the first easy bucket that Rutgers has had all afternoon. The crowd off their seat.
Kind of hoops that Kevin Bannon was hoping his club could get in this one, where they
seems like all 20 West Virginia rebounds have been offensive. Greer, though, breaks that dry spell. Second three of the game.
Against Rutgers when so much of their offense comes from behind the arc.
Greer makes a pay. Jeff Greer has been feeling it.
Rutgers is Billett. Gets the ball. Cross court, Dante Jones steps in. Got it. Nice job by both squads. Just that Matt Doherty.
There's a mascot saying there's stuff on the floor and it's not.
Out tomorrow following a big week. Which began with a win at Syracuse last Monday. Dabney uses the glass.
But Dabney's had a very...
When I saw, Rob Hodgson and Jeff Billett left, and those were our seniors. Now, me and Alvidas, we're stepping up, being a little more vocal in practice, and we just got to get out there and do the things that it takes to win.
Thanks for stopping by and keep up the energy and the enthusiasm we need in this show. You know what I mean?
Thanks a lot.
Get a haircut.
Yeah, all right.
Flores got his hands on it. Nice handle by Jones. Flores with room, going to take it all the way in, off the glass and in.
There's that scorer's mentality. You don't get 40 double digits like that without having a little scores.
Nobody was watching, is guarding the basket at all, and Rutgers has a 10-point lead with just over 10 minutes to go first half.
On a run. O'Connor in transition. Waited for two to go by, but should have waited for the third.
The ball was that? Yep.
Second on Eugene Dabney.
Number 5, Eugene Dabney is third. A 10th team foul.
Bannon right there. What started out to be a little fun and thinking that you're having fun turned out to be a disaster, especially when you get some kids that are unhappy who are not playing.
Although, I got one question about that. If they were so embarrassed by that process, then why do they call a news conference to announce to the world, most of which had no idea any of that had happened, that they were so embarrassed?
Start tonight with 4 threes. 5 on the shot clock. Inside Kent with 3. Lead for Dabney. Lay it up and in. You can't beat that.
No, you can't at all. That's exactly what Kevin Bannon.
Silly to let St. John's back in. Conversely, St. John's has to step this deal. Jones for 3. There they go. They are an improved basketball team. Mike Jarvis with the timeout. A real struggle for St. John's, but Rutgers juice.
Shot clock. This time Billett kicks out to Greer for 3. Got it.
That's how they want to play. That's Rutgers basketball right there. Get on the perimeter.
But he struggled Saturday against Georgetown. And look at the play there by Jones. He just picks the pocket, makes the hoop, and draws the foul. Terrific end-to-end play by the sophomore from Hamilton.
On the defensive end and maybe not getting the pace of the game in their favor.
And Thompson knocks that one down. Well, let me ask you, high defensive pressure. You played a lot of strong defense.
Cox, in particular, that he wants to speak with as the fans get revved up here at the rack.
Salvi can do it. He lights up a room. He's a little different than Boeheim. He lights it up when he leaves. Salvi lights it up when he walks
Very
in.
nice.
Jimmy's got himself a club.
You're going to see more.
Foul is called on number 20, Jason D'Alessio.
There's Dante Jones. We talk about him moving up among the elite in this conference next year.
Slam of the week. which is brought to you by MonsterSlam.com. Unfortunately, Coach, it's Rashad Kent.
Well, Salvi had a few. We'll just look at Kent. That was a great play on Rashad's part. Good penetration, and he just got in there and showed his athleticism and his power on one dunk.
Stewart out of control. Salvi ahead of the field for Jones.
Brown, ability to get in the seam and a great pass. Most guys would go right up.
Away from getting in Shumpert's face. Kareem Wright comes back in for Rutgers. There was a foul off the ball during the...
It's been impressive because in the last 5 minutes or so, Rutgers has kicked up the defensive intensity.
Nice in there, Kent to Salvi.
Good work, though, by Rutgers.
The Friars. That was a zone by Rutgers that time. Flores pull-up. Uses the glass.
Hard to get 5 or 6 in there.
Billett, an open look, can't get it down, but Dabney, who had a slightly sprained ankle earlier in the week.
For their biggest win of the year and hope for tonight. Dabney draws a crowd, gets it back to Billett for 3, and this one is on the mark. He missed his first 2, but Billett, the freshman from Middletown, hits that one.
How about the...
Hello, I'm Rashad Kent, 6'5" forward. So my expectations consist of hopefully having a 20-win season, making it to the NCAA tournament, because I feel that we've all worked so hard in the offseason that I feel that it's really going to pay off throughout the season.
Lead to Billett. Armstead and Moss chasing, and Billett is able to finish it off. So Jeff in double figures with 10 already.
Fuller half. And sometimes get a little lazy in this end of the game.
Great position for Kent, and he'll muscle it in.
Boy, he is tough. Lock and load. The big guy.
Execute. Even here, Greer used to get the open look with just a pop out.
Billett comes up gunning and knocks it in.
Well, you got to stay consistent with him. He'll peck away at you. Little nylon.
Down low, the ball goes to Rutgers. Kent back in the game with 2 fouls. Has not played since 3 minutes in. And look at the nice smooth move by Eugene Dabney.
And to the Final Four appearance for Lon Kruger. Yeah, Kruger did a great job with that too, but really overachieved. Billett into the lane. He's got 8.
You like Billett? You got a
Good-looking player.
Yes, sir. Good-looking freshman. Some great freshman guards out there now. Jason Williams.
After officials at midcourt very upset by the final call, among other things.
Hustling back, as you mentioned, O'Connor waited, but not long enough as Kent with the great block.
Well, he's 6'6", so the Friar height is helping. Inbound comes to Kent, gives to Flores, who wasn't even looking, but he hits the shot anyway. He's got 4.
Inside, Kent fought off Moss.
That's a terrific possession just then. We're nearing the
first college basketball game in Sovereign Bank Arena, Ryder Rutgers. I think we had to make that happen, and I'm glad that we did.
Good move by both universities, no doubt.
He could get 2,000 points. Phil Sellers had 2,300. Probably going to be tough to catch Mr. Sellers.
3:53 to go.
It does make it kind of a unique and I think a fun rivalry.
Todd Gillen, who grew up in the state of New Jersey, understanding this rivalry, puts Rutgers on top by 4.
That should help his team keep their mental edge. Keep thinking, concentrating at the defensive end.
Nice look by Jeff Greer. Oh, man, he beat the double team. Looked up out of the corner of the eye. There's Rashad Kent.
I'll tell you, the perimeter guys were wide awake that trip. The guys behind the scenes in the lower blocks fell asleep.
Totally fell asleep. Timeout on the floor caught by Matt Doherty. The Irish being routed here in New Jersey. 5 minutes to go first half. And they are loving it, the Scarlet Knights. 26-9 the lead.
No, Rutgers called timeout.
And there's a steal by Greer. He will go all the way.
We talked in the open about Greer and Dante Jones. Both guys can dominate on both sides of the ball.
Taking care of business in February, and then in March, things will be taken care of.
Club, and he is just up in Walls' jersey that time. He flicks that ball away, and he gets bumped. He's strong. Nice finish. Kenny Walls caught it.
Gets by Freeman, who went for the steal, and there's inside Kent all alone. That's the 3rd time.
Rutgers brought some fans with him from down in...
University of Maryland, Baltimore County at the rack, and Greer with the shot, Dante Jones with the follow.
He shows all the things he can do. We just saw him hit threes and slash, and here he is with an offensive rebound dunk. So Dante can do it all.
At this early stage in the season, if you had more open floor opportunities, maybe. Looking inside to Dabney, nobody home. Thompson's going to take it right down the lane, off the glass and in. Mike Thompson, again, his career at BYU, went on a Mormon mission.
Can extend the Rutgers lead to 5 points. Well, the Scarlet Knights on a run.
Rutgers, on the other hand, has had to work for everything. They've been getting a couple of lucky bounces. Dabney there with the dunk.
Family.
Headed back home suffering with bronchitis, we understand. Under the weather a little bit.
Oh, nice look. What a nice pass.
Thompson inside.
Thompson was a starter at BYU.
Fire, Sienna. Right now, the venom and the fire coming from the Saints is being converted.
We often look at Billett. Thought about a jump shot. Hart so quick on defense. Greer will try a long-range shot. Jeff Greer hits another three-pointer, his third.
You're watching Big East basketball from ESPN+.
Kevin Bannon, I think, Ted, wants about 10 minutes left in this half rather than just 2, because now his team has found a rhythm. Look down below. See, Owen Murphy in particular even was aware of the fact that Kent was behind them. Boom, next thing you know, who's going to try to get up there and get that?
Brown gave us some good minutes.
Good kick, down and through, and a little nylon, but well executed.
Just handles it well. They'll get shots like this off of the double teams.
A couple of hoops to the basket can really get you going if you've been struggling from the floor when you've got that kind of elevate.
Pretty good ball handler for a big guy. And partially blocked shot from Jennings on a three-pointer by Billett. Shot clock continues to roll, and Tenise gets the loose change and finishes.
Offense by accident. I was about ready to say, where's
Anybody around him?
That's what I meant, Lane, not Miles.
Having a very solid floor game at point for the Friars today. Inside Kent, who was already matched.
Of our defense, which really takes the pressure off the guys in the half court.
Big play right there is, and here in the post, the defense works again.
Well, Jeff Greer is just so active and so quick, and he does a good job of leading our break. Again, Dante on the other end.
Villanova the first time around when he had 8 points and 10 rebounds back on January 23rd. And here is Billett.